Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be reviewing the Mechlands Blade 75. It's a 75% keyboard, which means it has 81 keys. Mechlands sent this keyboard over to me for review, but they don't pay me, so this review is independent. They don't tell me what to say. I can say whatever I like. Having said that, let's get started. This keyboard comes with 3 extra switches, a key puller, and a switch puller. It also comes with a USB wire, Type-C. This keyboard has a fully aluminum chassis, and you can really tell as it comes in at over 3.5 pounds. It has a knob so you can control your media or your sound, and it has a nice knurl to it. The keycaps are made from PBT and have a grippy feel to them and a nice clacky sound. The chassis has a spray paint finish with green glitter in it, and it really pops. It actually looks really nice. The paint is also matte finished, and it has like a grippy texture to it. If you flip it over, it has a really nice nameplate on the back side, mirror finished. It has tri-mode connectivity, connecting both through Bluetooth, wired, or the dongle. The dongle is located in the top of the chassis. It's magnetically held in there. I really don't like how it's in there. I'd rather have it on the bottom. The connectivity switch is right next to the dongle, and right next to the connectivity switch we have the USB-C port for the wire. To hook up the keyboard through Bluetooth, you would press function plus Q, W, or E key. All right, we're going to go over some functions. To turn the lights on and off, it's function in the spacebar. If you want to see how much battery power you have, it's function in backspace. You can hold it down if you want, and it'll light up 1 through 0. And if it's all the way to 0, it's full. 9 is 90%, 8 is 80%, and etc. And the lights can be off, and you can still check that. Next, we're going to go over how to change the lighting. So to change the lighting, first let's get it on. Okay. And then it's function and the backslash up here. And that will change your different lighting effects. You can also control this through their software as well. So if you get on a static color that you like this, you can use function in home to change the color. Different effect here. Okay, and now to make it brighter or darker, it's either up function and up or down. Up makes it brighter, down makes it darker. And then for the pattern, to go faster, you go to the right, And to go slower, you go to the left. I believe there's 4 settings for each. 4 brightnesses and 4 speeds. You can also do all this through the software, which we'll go over. I'll leave a link to the software in the description below. Here's the main page of their software. From it, you can access different key settings. You can click on the other settings at the bottom there, and this will give you access to key sensitivity, detect operating system automatically, when your RGB shuts off, when it goes to sleep. Various settings here in this main page. The next tab over is the function setting, where you can set functions on your keyboard by holding down the function button. Then you can set a key to do a certain task if you like. The next tab after that is the macro tab, and you can set up your own macros if you like. I never do that, so don't ask me about it. And the next tab is the light tab, and from here you can adjust the speed, the brightness, the light mode. The keyboard lighting has to be on for you to choose the light mode. Once you click on the light mode, a pop down will appear and you can choose whichever light setting you want. You just click on it and it automatically applies. To the right of the screen, you can click on current color setting and you can pick your color either by just clicking on it, or you can type in the various RGB numbers and that'll give you different lighting settings. You can also click on Light Edit and set up the keyboard customly, key by key if you like. And they have all kinds of different options in here. You can make it do a bunch of different effects. You'll have to play around with it. And the next tab over is the Share tab, where you can download or upload your own custom settings, or like I said, download other ones that people have got on there. You just click on that arrow where it says upload, it's download, and then it'll load it right to your keyboard. And then from there, if you'd like, you can still go in, click under Light Edit, and edit it from there. So you have a place to start. And it's time for a sound test. Now we're going to take this keyboard apart. When you're taking out these keys, you just want to get under both sides of the key with the key removal tool and pull straight up. When you're removing a switch, you want to grab it from the top and the bottom securely and get underneath the switch and then pull directly up. When putting a switch in, just line the pins up in the back, set it in there, and then press down firmly. In order to take this keyboard apart, we're going to have to take some keys out so we can get access to the screws. We will be removing the function key, the spacebar key, the caps lock key, the tab key, the F3 and F4 key, the F9 and F10 key, as well as the end and page up key. Once we have those keys removed, we can unscrew the keyboard and it'll come right apart. Once we have the screws out, it pulls right up, no problem. And it's still going to be connected by a wire and two wires in the back, which we can unplug with our fingernails or with the tweezers if you have one. The first layer we see here is a pretty thick piece of foam, and then the next layer is a piece of like plastic PCV sheeting. This keyboard has a hot swappable PCB with south-facing RGB lighting. So it also has 3 or 5 pin switches, so you can easily switch it out with lots of different switches and lots of different keys you could put in here. Honestly, my biggest complaint is that they didn't make the WASD key and the shift key green. I think it would had a much better color profile if they did that. It's really clackety. I love how it sounds. Most of the weight here is in the bass. That battery has 4,000 milliamp hours. My favorite things about this keyboard are honestly how the keys feel, how they sound, and the fact that the keyboard doesn't move anywhere when I'm gaming. I like the fact that it's low light and I don't have to have the RGB on and I can still see all the keys. I think the back plate looks really nice as well. There's a small rubber gasket that goes under the escape key. Make sure you get that in the right spot, otherwise you'll have extra flex on the keyboard. And as always, I like to get all the screws started before I tighten them down. And then I tighten them in a crisscross pattern. The switches are pre-lubed. They call them Verdant switches. They have an operating force of 42 grams, plus or minus 5 grams, a pre-travel of 1.8 millimeters, plus or minus 0.4 millimeters, and a total travel of 3.8 millimeters, plus or minus 0.4 millimeters. I'd like to thank Mechlands for sending this keyboard over. I really enjoyed working with it. And thank you for watching the video, and if you got any questions, just leave them in the comments below, and I'll try and get to them as soon as I can.